Assalamualaikum. Hello. Assalamualaikum.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम वकास, कैसे? ठीक है,
ठीक ठाक है। कैसे हैं फारूक भाई? ठीक ठाक हैं?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। आपको बड़ी बड़ी मुबारक हो यार,
थैंक
आपने
यू,
पास किए।
थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट।
मैंने देखा था ना कि आपकी डेडिकेशन, मुझे लगता था कि आप पहले मेंबर होंगे जो पास करेगा।
Okay.
वैसे ही ऐसा हुआ।
Okay. Sam has
तो
also joined us.
अच्छा,
Adnan bhai is about to connect.
Hello, everyone.
Hi Sam.
Hi,
Hi.
Sam.
How are you?
I'm very well. You?
Good evening. What happened to Adnan?
I think he's trying to sort his mic out, his voice.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who wants to join us today?
No, I think it's only 4 of us today. Is Sam here?
I'm here.
Hello, Sam.
Hey, how you then? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. First of all, thank you for joining, Sam, and congratulations, Waqas. Really pleased to hear that you have passed CISM now. So
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm still waiting for my kajus though. Yeah.
Okay, I will parcel it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get away with this one, because when you pass, then we deserve some treat. So also make sure they are sufficient, so I can give some to Sam and Farouk as well.
Don't worry. I will send it to you.
Don't worry. Okay, Sam, kajurs are basically dates.
Can you repeat that again?
Kajurs are basically dates.
Okay, I see. Okay, all right. Okay.
Quite nice.
Sweet dates, man.
Yeah, coming from Saudi Arabia, they're always nice and tasty, you know.
All right. Okay. I think dates are very, very sweet for me for some reason.
Well, they're very, very healthy as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, very nutritious.
So how's Farouk? Farouk bhai, how you been?
I'm all right, Adnan.
You are like
just been
you're
busy.
like a Eid ka Chand, right? Yeah. You appear sometimes only, like a blessing.
Yeah, Sam is calling me a Scarlet Pimpernel, so
He's calling you up.
Scarlet Pimpernel. So
it's
hard to find a person.
Yeah. Sam, do you know Farouk?
No, we don't know.
No, Sam is my ex-colleague.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So Sam is my current colleague. So obviously, he's the one who's, I think, best mannerism in my whole company. Like Sam is a top guy. He has the best mannerism in the whole company. He's very
good to
polite.
hear. That's good to hear.
Good to hear.
Very nice.
It's hard to find people like that.
Yeah. Sam is actually a Jamafa guy. Now Farouk bhai is also a Jamafa guy. He's been involved in a lot of charity with me as well.
Wow.
And this little class we were running, me and Farouk started it. Then Waqas joined. Waqas has passed. I'm still looking for a voucher. If Lucas lets me have a voucher, so I'll be taking the exam very soon as well.
That's good.
What about Farouk bhai?
So let's crack on with the Questions. Where were we, Waqas? 300 what? Sorry.
I think probably good to understand.
Yeah.
Sorry, before you start, probably good to understand what Waqas did and how you found the exam, etc.
Yeah, Waqas, would you like to give a little brief about
definitely.
how did you go about the exam other than this class?
Yeah, other than this class, the thing is, the best part of this class is you get to know or you get to learn from other experiences, especially if with the experience of Adnan Bhai mostly because Farooq Bhai haven't joined us in almost all the classes. Mostly me and Adnan Bhai were there.
Yeah, initially we had a lot of knowledge from Farooq Bhai as well.
Yes,
His experience is valuable. He's been there for 10, 12 years. But yeah, he's been very absent, not happy. He's going to get a fine next time he's absent. We'll give him a fine. Yeah. So definitely. So that was one part. How did you go about the exam bit, the last prep? Could you slightly elaborate for other delegates as well, please?
Yeah, I actually fast track my preparation. I mean, within 2 weeks, I plan to finish all the 4 domains along with the question answers that were given in the review manual, CISM official manual that we have. So
Yeah, the PDF you have sent me, right?
yeah, exactly that one.
Okay.
Is that the one with the 1,000 questions? Is
Yes,
that the one?
yes, that's the one with the 1,000 questions. So what I did in those 2 weeks, first I went through slides. Usually, not I haven't gone through the whole chapter reading thing and whole domain reading things. So basically, I just skipped the what you can say the major topics or the topics that I have already understood and just focused on the ones that I was in that I wasn't sure that I will be able to get them correct in the exam. So what happened is when first I attempted all the 1,000 questions one by one, I mean getting first domain, I mean in an order like domain 1 first, then domain 2, then domain 3, and later on domain 4. So my target was to achieve at least 60 to 70% in the first go. So, but unfortunately, I couldn't make 70%, rather 60% only in the first go when I went through all those 1,000 questions. Then again, I focused since I was marking all the wrong questions that I did in the first go. So I focused on all those questions that I answered wrongly, and I just keep on focusing how I made those questions wrong, and studied about those questions thoroughly. So after that, I made a second attempt of all those 1,000 questions, and my target was to achieve at least 85%. So in second attempt, after second attempt, I was able to take at least. I mean, I scored around 84 to 85% in each domain. Then
what did you score in the exam?
In the exam, I scored 567. It's
which is
70%. That is 70%.
Well done, man. Well done.
Yeah.
It's more than a pass. So
Yeah.
well, you needed a 45%, right?
No, 57%.
57% to pass.
Yeah.
So that means 3 and 13% over the pass mark, yeah?
Exactly.
And that too, when we have only achieved 300 questions by discussion. So Sam, the methodology here, what we are using is questions by discussion. What we are trying to do is align the business, security function with the business objective. That's the whole thing. Again. Okay. My son wants to kick me out of this room. He goes, go to other room, although it's my office. So yeah, so I was saying that we have been discussing these questions, and these questions we are trying to answer them. When we go wrong on a question, we try to explain it with our own experiences, we rectify it, we mark it down, and we reflect back. So the same methodology you are using, marking down on the wrong questions, that's exactly what you have used, Waqas, haven't you?
Exactly. I was marking all the questions that I got wrong the first time. Then I just cleared my concept about all those questions, and then attempted all the domains second time, the whole number of questions, no matter if I have made them correct the first time. So
how much the discussions you had over the passage of time, how much that helped you in that? Like if you was to give it a percentage out of, let's say you've got 70%, how
yeah.
many percent do you think these sort of like discussions have helped you, and how much you think the last couple of preparations into those questions, the review thing you have told me about, that
Actually,
helped you?
in the discussion sessions that we have together, I guess only we were covering only first two domains in those sessions. So
We have reached only 2 domains.
yeah, exactly. And the third one and the fourth one, it took me too much time. Even a day before the exam, I was preparing the third domain. I mean, I was attempting the third domain the second time at that time. I mean, a day before, though I planned to rest a day before the exam, but I couldn't finish the third and fourth domain.
So
So
basically,
that's,
you were trying to do the things I do before exam, right?
yes. But again,
Don't worry.
when I attempted the sample exam at the end of those 1,000 questions, I scored more than 85%. So I was confident enough to go for the exam, sit for the exam, and do not delay it anymore. So I decided to give it, and I planned it. I planned the exam to finish before 3 hours, even though the time that is provided to you is around 4 hours, but I finished it even before 3 hours. So
Okay. So
Sam,
Waqas, just
Sam,
Waqas, just to clarify.
yeah,
So basically, your study was based on those 1,000 questions. So
exactly.
you went through them. You got
Yeah.
about 65%, and then you went back and you
Yeah.
achieved around about 80 to 85%.
At least
And from
85%. Yeah.
85%. So that's all you used, just those 1,000 questions.
Yes, exactly.
You didn't do
Wow.
any other. You didn't do any other studies on any other
Yeah,
books.
I just actually got, studied the explanations of the answers, plus a few of the slides that was provided to me by one of my friends related to CISM. So
Okay.
I went through those slides actually. Those are basically summarized slides for CISM. Or for all
How
the
many
domains.
slides? Yeah. How
Yeah.
many slides are there? How many slides are there?
I guess, let me check. I have it here. Hold on. Let me tell you how many slides are there. Hold on. Learning material. Where is it? CISM. Yeah. Have you heard about Thor teaches?
No.
No.
Okay, so these are the slides that was provided to me by one of my friends.
how many slides are there altogether?
I mean,
Roughly,
for
give us a
first
rough
domain,
idea.
it's around 78 slides for the first domain.
Yeah.
Have around 234 for the second domain. But you don't have to, spend a lot of time in these slides. You just need to focus only on the things that you don't understand in these four
Okay.
domains.
If I was to
So it's like,
summarize, if I was to summarize your experience in that way, that we had covered with a thorough discussion about 2 domains, and 2 domains were still left over since we are still going through the whole process. It's a slow process what we are following, but
Exactly.
you managed to couple it up with that experience, and then those 1,000 questions and few slides, and you thought that was sufficient to pass, and you were right.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So
Would you, sorry, Waqas, would you be able to share those slides
Yeah,
just
sure,
to get
sure,
a summary? You can send it to Adnan if you want to.
yeah, we'll pass it on to you. Don't worry. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Because you're gonna finish this week, I think. So could you be kind enough to start over from where we stopped, and then from the next week we'll make somebody responsible for that. So we'll carry on.
I guess I need to open. Hold on, let me check. Because I need to open that again. Hold on. Actually, you want to continue with where we left the last time?
Yeah, or we could do the 3rd domain, but obviously that's gonna be slightly difficult for you to remember where exactly is the 3rd domain. But we could start over from the last point, the last questions we stopped.
Okay. Actually, cert library. Hold on. What was the password I said? Actually, I even forgot my password for the cert library.
Like level of excitement, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Cert library.
Farooq, do you have your account with Cert Library still?
I don't remember it. I haven't used it for about since Ramadan. So,
You've been consistent.
Okay, hold on. Let me reset it. No issue.
Okay, to save time, let's start over from any random page. Yeah. And ping me the page number in next session. We'll start over from the right questions. Yeah. So we'll start over. You don't have to worry about that. Because if you have to go to that page, it'll take you a lot of time, right?
Yeah, at least 10 minutes, I guess.
Yeah. So let's save that time. Let's start over from few questions to give a hang of it to Sam as well, and remind Farooq Bhai as well.
So should I
Adnan,
open the PDF?
Adnan, why don't you start from the 1,000 questions?
That's a good one. That's a good one. But the thing is, there probably you have the answers right there, right? Right? Do you have the answers, or answers are hidden underneath?
No, answers are there with the explanation.
With the explanation at the end, yeah.
Yeah, in that PDF.
Yeah, you can open that PDF then. Simply open the PDF and we can start with the questions.
Yeah, hold on.
Share your screen, please.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. I was about to reset the password of cert library actually.
Forget about cert library. He has got a point. We'll do this 1,000 questions, and those are also 1,000 questions. So I'm pretty sure cert libraries questions are based on this review.
Yes, exactly. Cert library has many questions that the book already has.
Yeah.
So I remember last time with cert library, I think we already had a certain access. So we'll give you about 20, 30, and then you have to log back in.
No, you just have to do sort of like authentication again and again. That's all it is.
Yes. Hold on. Let me share the screen. There you go. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
No, I need my glasses.
Okay. Meanwhile,
can see
you can even mark these questions since we will be attempting them as well. So you can mark the ones.
Sam, can you see the screen?
I can, yes.
All right. There's question number 1. And I think Waqas would do the honors to read this question first.
Okay. By the way, these type of questions like what step should be done first, what step should be done second, third, these type of questions were too many in the exam. So you need to be sure about
Sure.
the steps that you need to take first as a information security manager and what step to take next or in the last. Okay,
Yeah.
the first question is, which of the following steps would be first in developing an information security plan? A,
Okay.
perform a technical vulnerability assessment. B, analyze the current business strategy. C, perform a business impact analysis. D, assess the current levels of security awareness.
Okay. So what are you doing? You're developing an information security plan, right?
Yes,
So perform a technical vulnerability assessment is a good one, but I don't think it'll be the first thing you would do. Yeah.
exactly.
I think we
B,
said, yeah.
analyze the current business strategy is quite strong, to be honest. What do you think?
I think that's what we said last time. Remember when we were going through them? I think strategy, you have to do the strategy first.
Yeah. So analyze the current business strategy.
Yeah, from a high
How-
level, yeah.
How do we check the answer?
Here is the answer. Here you go. With the justification.
Hey.
B is the correct answer. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
So
we were right.
the justification. So what I did is I read all the justifications against each answer that is given here. So
We're not gonna do it
I
right now.
didn't
So we'll
only checked, okay, what is the right answer and how it makes sense, but also I went for why A is not the right answer and why C is not the right answer. So I went through like this. My methodology was like checking not only the right answers, justification,
wrong
but
one.
also for the wrong ones, why the other ones are not
Sure.
correct.
Okay. Well, at the moment we have to jump from the justification because the right answer. So we'll go to the second one.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the second one. Senior management commitment and support for information security can best be obtained through presentations that A, use illustrative examples of successful attacks. B, explain the technical risk to the organization. C, evaluate the organization against good security practices. D, tie security risk to key business objectives.
Let's let Sam think. Well, Sam is going to be more like a guest from your end, but what do you think it is?
I would go for D, tie security risk to key business objectives.
That's a very good answer.
Yes.
That's not a guess. That is a well thought answer.
Exactly.
Okay. I agree with it. And
What, Farooq bhai?
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's because you're going to do the business strategy. So I would say, yeah, it ties
Yeah.
down with that.
Exactly. Yes,
Yay!
you got it right.
so, Sam, welcome to the class. You have just made an impression. Good one.
Well, lucky guess.
Not lucky guess. It's a good because the whole point of having security function is to support the business objective. That's
Okay.
always something we gotta remember.
Exactly.
Okay, so the third one is the most appropriate role for senior management in supporting information security is A, evaluation of vendors offering security products. B, assessment of risk to the organization. 3, C, approval of policy statement and funding. D, developing standards sufficient to achieve acceptable risk. Come on, Farooq bhai, you should be able to nail this one.
I think it's going to be policy statements and funding from the management.
Yeah, that's it. You're right.
So
Very simple, very easy for Farooq bhai. So
By the way, none of these questions appear to be exact in the exam, but the questions were similar to these.
yeah, I understand that. We are not reading dumps.
Yes, exactly. My point.
you sure?
You have already.
Dumps always help.
Yeah.
Well, Farooq bhai, when you go there, I'll create dumps for you.
The right ones, yeah.
Okay. I can see the screen. Which of the following would be best indicator of effective information security governance within an organization? So sorry about this. I have crazy people around me screaming and shouting. So yeah. So the steering committee approves security projects. Security policy training is provided to all managers. Security training is available to all employees on the intranet. IT personnel are trained in testing and applying required patches. So the best solution, best indicator of effective information security governance. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Are you
Sam.
asking me or Sam?
Oh dear. I would go for C.
Security training is available to all employees on the intranet. What do you think, Farooq bhai? Do you agree or disagree?
Which the phone be best indicator of effectiveness government within an organization? I think it's gonna be between A and C. Most likely I'll go for A on this one.
No, I don't agree with you. I agree with Sam. I don't know why, but I think security training is more important if it's available. Steering committee approves security projects. That is not a best indicator of effective information security governance. So your governance is the framework which how you are impacting the whole business or any organization or any country. So when the benefit of so it's like saying UK drivers are better drivers than Pakistani drivers because they don't drive in 2 lanes, right? So the governance which government have provided is actually showing in their driving skills now because the training provided. I think it will be the C, honestly speaking.
I will be with the Farooq bhai.
You will be with Farooq bhai. And let's tell us the justification for that one.
Yeah, because the thing is if
You gotta
the steering committee, actually, there should be some involvement of senior executive of C-level executives in approving all your security projects. Even your training to employees is basically a security project, if you see it.
Yeah,
Until and unless there is an approval from the senior or steering committee, you cannot conduct a training. What you say?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because any training is got to be approved by them first.
Yeah.
That it meets the
So
needs.
if your steering committee is approving your security projects, that is the best indicator of effective information security governance within an organization.
Exactly.
That's what I said. It's got to be like high level from this committee, and then after that, I would have gone for security training.
Yeah, just think of top-down approach and you will get it. Seriously.
See, Sam, sometimes we discuss the questions like this. So
Okay.
even though we are confident that no, it has to be security training program, the answer is sometimes more high level, right?
Okay.
So
So
it does reflect in these discussions, and you create an understanding of how bosses work
mhm,
and how the top management works. So obviously that is very helpful moving forward into information security and then going up to the level of manager.
okay.
So yeah, so this is the methodology we've been using. It's fun when 3, 4 experienced people are sitting down or discussing it as well.
Mm,
Let's move to the next question, since I think I've understood the point, and I'll remember this one definitely.
Okay. Okay, let's move on.
But Sam, what we do normally, if we have a wrong answer, we do make a note of it. So if you want to make a note of this, I'll send you this review questions later on
okay.
in PDF. So you can probably make a note of this. I think that was question number 4.
Yeah, that was question number 4. By the way, I'm recording this session for you guys to review it.
Well, thank you very much.
You didn't
Yeah.
ask for my consent. I wasn't prepared. Anyways,
No issue.
It tells you when as soon as you log on, Adnan, it tells you this session's been
my
recorded.
eyesight is extremely bad. I
If
had
you
to
want,
get I had to get my glasses just now.
if you
So,
want to ignore the security messages, that's not our fault.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So information security governance is primarily driven by technology constraints, regulatory requirements, litigation potential, or business strategy. So which one do you think it is?
I would have gone for
Waqas,
Yes.
come on. No, Waqas, can you can see the screen, so no, we can't ask you. It'll be I think me this time.
Okay.
So information security governance is primarily driven by what? So
I think
information
we did this
technology
we did this one before, and we always said it's
Yeah.
going to be kind of
is gonna be what?
it's always going to be kind of from the business,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from their kind of level.
Yeah, but I was the one answering the question.
I know you asked you a question, but I said this is the one we've done this before.
Okay, so we are thinking it is D then, right?
I would go for D, yes.
Okay, let's see the answer. Yes, you guys are right.
Okay, so we have a 70% rule. 70% of the time when the things are talking about business, it's always business objective. It's always business strategy. So
That's
we've been discussing this for a while now. Anyways, I think that is right as long you're reading the question right, because sometimes the question is tricky. Remember that.
Exactly. And even in the exam, there were some questions where I thought all the 4 are right.
Okay.
Really?
I couldn't guess between some of the questions. That was too tricky.
Wow. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Let Sam read this question so he has a feel of it as well.
Hmm.
Sam.
Okay. All right. It says, what is the most essential attribute of an effective key risk indicator, into brackets KRI? And it says the KRI is accurate and reliable, A. B, provides quantitative metrics. C, indicates required action. And then D, is predictive of a risk event. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that came up at work a few weeks ago, so I won't say nothing.
okay. So you would probably like to enlighten us then.
Yeah, so basically we're looking at key risk.
Yeah.
So it's basically looking at your kind of risk things which are basically a kind of risk register, things that you put on. So I would have gone for a D on this one.
Prediction, yeah. So
Yeah.
prediction of a risk. So that would be predictive of a risk event, and D. Okay, risk register is always predictive. When it comes to it, you cannot 100% say how much this risk is. The likelihood of something is predicted. So I do think he's right.
Okay, let's see. Perfect.
Yeah.
We have only around 4.5 minutes left. So what you say, we should do at least 10
No,
today?
we don't need to do more questions. I think we had a feel of it. We'll
Okay.
continue. How many questions have we done? 5?
6.
Six.
Six questions. We'll continue. We'll have a faster pace. So the objective is to have an hour at least each week. We have to be very strict on this absence, because I mean, I'm not a rude person, but we need to be very strict on ourselves. When we gotta do 1 hour, let's do 1 hour. And if we don't agree on a session, that's fine. But if we do agree on a session, then it has to be 1 hour. I think moving forward, 1 hour it is, to be honest. Otherwise, what I'm gonna do is, you guys are still gonna get away with it, but next one, I'll probably put up fees on there, so these guys cannot actually mess about. If they have paid, they will be regular, because now there are 2-3 guys who ensure interest, and they're not here at the moment. So I know this course is important, and it's important we do understand how the security function is aligned with the business objectives, and hopefully that can help us in our career development as well. But the main objective is, how do we support the business? Being professionals, that's the main objective for me. It's not just passing the test, it's to understand what exactly it is. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. Maybe
No,
you just want to have
totally agree.
Agree with you.
100%.
I like the way the Waqas did. He looked at the answers which were incorrect as well.
Yeah.
So you got understanding. I think that's the way we have to do it as well.
Sam, you had a feel of this little course we're running for free. Yeah.
Yes,
What do you think? Did you enjoy it?
it's beautiful. I mean, I think what I'm going to do from here is go and look for some information, maybe on YouTube and that sort of stuff, and dig more into it, and hopefully come more prepared, and also be able to, because that's at the moment I'm guessing, but what I think we'll do is that when I read a little bit or get abreast of what is going on, then I'll be able to give more correct answers, or not guess answers, but be able to say, of course, I might not be able to get everything right, but yes, make more informative answers. But
Yeah,
thank you
I'll
very much,
pass you
really.
the PDF. I'll pass you the PDF anyway, so you can prepare from here as well. This
Okay.
PDF which you are looking at, we'll send it to you. The thing is, how much work we put into it, that's more important. But 1 hour a week, I think it should be mandatory. We don't mess about with that. But we were traveling, we had Ramadan, a lot of things were happening, so we've been slightly irregular. But then me and Waqas had quite a few sessions within the week, and think we caught up on some of the stuff, didn't we, Waqas?
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
but
I'm talking about the times you kept me awake till 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Waqas, what's your plan for? What's your next plan to do your CISM?
Actually, I'm looking for CISSP before end of this year. So most
Okay,
probably
good.
I will be attempting CISP exam as well, CISSP.
Okay, that's good.
Inshallah.
So once we guys are ready, literally, if I have taken my exam, I think I'm gonna start CISP preparation on the side as well. Yeah. Or we'll let these guys run this afterwards, and then we can continue in CISP. So there's going to be some sort of collaboration there as well. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. You're welcome anytime if you want to join me in CISP preparation, because there is one more guy in Riyadh that is who wants to give the exam before end of this year.
No, sounds like a plan to me, because having CISM and CISP, guys, you'll be loaded. Nah.